Welcome to another dumpster fire. Welcome, all five. How you doing tonight, sir?
We got to do this for Jayson Tatum's Achilles. What just happened?
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Same thing. Second player with the torn Achilles this NBA postseason. Dame time and Jayson Tatum, and that might be the end of this current Boston core.
It could be. And the crazy thing was Tatum was having a game. Now, the Knicks were going to win the game. His injury did not have any outcome. It did not bear anything on the outcome of the game. But, yeah, losing him for the series puts the Knicks at a huge advantage right now. He is the heart and soul of that team. He's the best player on the court every time he steps on the court. He's probably the best player right now in the NBA. Does my mic sound bad? Are y'all saying
it's a little bit canned? You might be using a different mic.
Oh, I know it. Hold on.
I'll tell you what, while you're doing that, I'll do a super chat. The Lim Report, as a Celtics fan, this thumbnail hurts. Congrats, 5.
Does that sound better?
Yes, it does. I heard a little statically twing, and it sounds cleaner.
Stupid Raycon fucking mic, which is might as well be garbage because I lost my iPods.
Yeah, the problem is like any headset microphone just does not work. Like any headphone mic or earbud mic, I wouldn't trust those.
Yeah, they're terrible. They're cheap
like
as fuck.
I use earbuds for listening to music and audio. I don't listen to it for communication.
Lim's like, are you trashing a sponsor?
No, I'm not.
No, I wouldn't do so.
I don't mind the Raycons.
No, they work. You know,
they work. That is the greatest endorsement I've ever seen you make of Raycons 5. They don't just work; they're solid. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah, they work.
Connor Akers for 5. NBC games will double the ratings of the ABC ESPN games for the NBA next season. Well, it's going to be on a national broadcast. Everyone's going to get NBC. Plus, you get Rumble Rock.
Yeah, you get. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about. The Knicks looked good. They had a good game. They benefited from the Celtics not hitting every damn three that they took like they did in Game 3. And I think the Knicks stand a good chance to advance to the conference finals for the first time since 2001, I think. Something like that.
And you might be facing the Pacers again, which is crazy to think.
Yeah, that would be like mad theater. But I think that game's going on right now, right?
Yep. It's Cleveland versus Indianapolis. Cleveland's leading by 15. But this is your final score here. As I said, Tatum was put up 42. Which
and he had 4 steals, he had 2 blocks, he had an all-around ridiculous game. He was going to get 10 boards, and he was all over the place, and he was single-handedly keeping in the game. Now Jalen Brunson for the Knicks was equally as good, and so did Mikal Bridges. Had a monster game. And the Knicks look good. I did not. I didn't think they had a chance against the Celtics, but they are proving me wrong. So, we'll see if they can finish it off.
Problem right now is like if they end. I mean, Derek White and Porzingis are probably gone. Horford's probably going to retire. I don't know if they can keep Drew Holiday. I mean, Tatum is going to be stuck. He's going to be like on stash for insurance. And Jaylen Brown, I don't think you can even move that contract because you gave him a supermax.
Yeah, I mean Tatum is the key to all that, but yeah, they're going to have to add another superstar at some point, and there's not many of those going around. I guess you could just go out and get Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Yeah, you can just retread those. All right. What else do we got that we were talking about?
Well, I mean,
Oh, Pete
it's not
Rose.
just that. Yeah, Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson, among others, have been reinstated, which is eligible for the Hall of Fame in 2027, I believe, is what they're looking at here. As I said, Pete was never going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame when he was alive. It was only going to happen when he was dead.
No. The other thing with Pete is I don't know if he's going to beat the
Statutory rape
the
allegations.
underage girls. Yeah, those allegations, you know. I still think that he doesn't get into the Hall of Fame. I don't think they vote him in for a while because of that.
I mean, if there's anyone who knows how to gatekeep and hold a grudge, it's the Baseball Writers Association.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, Shoeless Joe Jackson had a chance to get in the Hall of Fame, I think, in like 36 and 46, and they didn't let him in, which shows the gatekeeping.
Really?
Shoeless Joe will definitely get in because everyone around
he'll get in. Yeah.
And it's like out in that 1919 World Series. He had 375 with a 900 plus OPS.
It's hard to believe that he cheated. You know, he probably was like, fuck y'all. Yeah. So, I mean,
there are a few other guys on that team that can do it too. Like Eddie Cicotte, he might get in. Buck Weaver might get in. But who knows? It's like 1 deceased donor and 16 deceased players are no longer on MLB's ban list.
Oh. Did what's his name get off the ban list? Who's that general manager for the Braves who
Anthopoulos? No. These are dead players. Oh wait, no, Coppola. That's who you're thinking of. Coppola's still alive. So
John Coppola.
He's still alive. He's still on the ban list.
Yeah. So you got to die to get off the list. You got to fake your death.
Pretty much.
You know, you got to go to some tropical island and get a death certificate, and then you can come back as Juan Coppola.
Yeah. So
okay, there's that, and then
MLB's ban list.
Then there was the NFL. Okay, all right, off the ban list. Buck Weaver,
yep.
Eddie
Shoeless Joe, Lefty Williams, Happy Felsch.
He's a Felcher.
8 early 20th century names, man. Swede Risberg, Fred McMullen, Chip Gandil, and then Joe Gideon and Gene Paulette were banned with the 1919, the gambling activity. Benny Koff was banned despite his acquittal on auto theft charge. Kennesaw Mountain Lions deemed him as no longer a fit companion. So he was cleared, but they still said
Trevor
he was
Ballard. You got Trevor
in a way,
Ballard.
yes. He probably was bitching about commissioners in baseball.
Yeah.
Lee McGee.
Like, the spitball, man. We got to ban the spitball, and they didn't like that.
Lee McGee's definitely a name. Banned over disputed back salary elicited evidence of his gambling.
Salary?
Shufflin Phil Douglas. He was banned after threatening his manager.
Oh, wow.
Probably threatened to kill him. And Jimmy O'Connell was banned after offering a bribe to another player. Cozy Dolan, coach involved in the O'Connell incident. And William Cox, he was banned and forced to sell the team for betting on baseball. And Pete Rose.
Billy Cox.
Billy
Cox.
A lot of Cox. A lot of Cox.
Well, there you go. There's a bunch of people I don't know and Pete Rose.
Yep. Okay. Oh, where were you when you found out the Dallas Mavericks won the NBA lottery? Nico Harrison's going to get away with it. He's going to get away with incompetence. He's going to get Cooper Flag.
If only they would show us the ping pong balls. They just come out of a dark room with the envelope and they're just like, the Mavericks won.
They rigged that shit. They rigged the Sixers to keep their pick too. Come on.
Yeah.
This is why nobody follows the NBA, man.
Emotional, damn it.
And then week 1 was revealed for the NFL schedule. We know where our teams are playing week 1. I believe the Giants are going to Oakland. Let's look at these matchups.
I think there was a lot of Bob Nightingale. Come on. Really? It's about a dark day for baseball?
Oh, come on, dude. Now, if he didn't have the underage girl allegations, he absolutely should be in.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when the MLB is plastering fucking gambling all over their fucking, every stadium has a DraftKings fucking ad in it. You can live bet in the fucking stadium. Don't fucking give me that shit.
This this is the alleged schedule coming out. I don't think the Steelers game is going to happen because the Pirates play at PNC and they're not able to get both at the same time. So that's going to be an issue. But the Thursday game has been confirmed. I believe Friday's been confirmed.
All right. I think that Thursday game is in Brazil, right? The September 4th.
I know the Friday game's in Brazil. Friday's game.
Oh, okay. That's on
Thursday
my birthday.
game's in Philly. Ooh, happy birthday.
September.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
September 4th. Yep, you have my brother's birthday.
Should I go to Philly on September 4th?
Maybe.
Nah.
I mean, Scooter should have to go to Philly. That's his punishment.
Usually what I do, my favorite thing to do on my birthday is go to a baseball game. That's my fucking shit. Like, I've done it probably at least 10 or 12 times. Last time I was able to go out with my dad was 2018. I took him to a baseball game. That was, or 2019, pre-pandemic. It was on my birthday too. That's like my favorite shit. That's fucking dope. What do you do on your birthday?
About watching baseball. I don't know, man. It's January, so I probably just do whatever.
Freeze your tits off.
Yeah, freeze my tits off.
You don't have a special. You don't go to like
a.
You don't go to a Pens game or something, or
the problem is when I was a kid, the Pens didn't play in mid-January. They always had Sesame Street live in concert.
What?
So I never got to see a Pens game on my birthday.
Dang. I remember when I was 13, I was like, I want to go see the Mets play at Shea Stadium on my birthday, just as a joke to my dad. And he was like, let's fucking do it. And then so we went. But it was the first time we went, it got rained out. And I was fucking upset. I was like, fuck this rain shit. And then, but then we went like 2 weeks later. It was fine. So I got another birthday. It was really fun though. Fucking baseball's awesome.
It is.
Anyways, all right, let's break this down.
So fun.
Yep. Cleveland at the Jets. So Joe Flacco coming back to New York.
And not just that, Shedeur. It's a Justin Fields versus Shedeur. But as I said, this is preliminary. We're not going to find out until tomorrow.
We don't know for sure that this is.
Yeah, it said like they're saying like this is fake. The Steelers won't be home in week 1.
Oh, so who knows? Well, let's just act like it's real. Okay. Giants at the Raiders. First time they open up against a non-division rival in like 6 years. Like that usually doesn't happen. And then Bengals Bills. That's a great matchup. And Ravens Packers.
Ravens Packers will be a good matchup too. Seahawks Rams, low key a good matchup. Bears Commanders, revenge for the Hail Mary game.
This is weird though. There's no division other than KCLA.
Vikings Lions.
Vikings Lions. But a lot of times the season starts with 2. Okay, LA, Seattle. But the majority of game 1s are division.
Not really. A lot of the Steeler games were non-division. Last couple years, non-division. San Francisco, Bills. Last year was the Atlanta Falcons. And then I think there were a few others. So they don't really play their division week 1. Most of the week
Cowboys.
They save those games for week 18.
We seem to get the Cowboys every year, week 1.
You get them early. Cowboys. You don't get them week 1. You get them like week 3 or 4.
No, man. It's usually Cowboys or Eagles week 1. And I'm just like, 0-1 to start. 0-1.
I mean, who knows, man? Maybe Russell Wilson will do some high knees or a moonball for you. You got to respect the Russell Wilson.
Dude, future NFL Hall of Famer Jackson Dart is going to come in and save the day.
Jackson Dart. You fucking 90s action movie star from a kid's show.
Hey, Jackson Dart, baby. You see him spin the ball in that little clip before he threw it? I was like, don't fucking do that in a fucking game. Nice catch, Hayes. Don't ever fucking do it again. Jackson Derp. We got Russell Derpson, Jackson Derp, Tommy DeDerpo. All right, let's get through these supers. And then we'll read some, and we'll do some Immaculate Grid. Let's see what's going on in the NHL too.
Well, we do have some international games. That September 5th game will be in Brazil. So, that'll be in
the Steelers are going to Croke Park.
Yep.
You should go to that game.
Going to Ireland.
Ireland.
It's probably their
London,
extra
England.
exhibition game. And then you have your 3
Tottenham.
straight weeks in England. So you have
Tottenham Hotspur.
Vikings, Browns, Broncos, and
Right.
Jets. So the Broncos going back, I believe they went last year too to an international game. And then Rams and Jags in the traditional Jacksonville home game in England. So they're trying to make that a thing. And then you have your Deutschland game in Berlin, not Frankfurt. So you have that Falcons versus Colts.
Uh-huh. Are you gonna speak German for the what do you call it? This week in sports ball. You're gonna do German for that? A little German?
Maybe I might do that.
Speak Spanish.
I don't know if I'll do I don't know if I'll do Brazilian again. That one came off as just weird.
The Portuguese is very difficult to speak.
Yeah, like Spanish is a lot easier to speak.
Yeah, Portuguese.
But Portuguese is a little weird. And then you have Madrid Dolphins versus
Spain, Santiago Bernabeu.
I think what's going to end up happening is the NFL is going to want one international game a week. I think that's the final game.
Yes, until like week 16 or something.
Yep.
Look, the Vikings
it's going to be
in
one international game, one Thursday night. So with the international games, they can play those on Friday night. So it actually would help out. So they'll probably, I don't know, perhaps do like Thursday games or early Sunday, so they don't have to like lose their mind. But they'll probably fly out immediately Sunday, get the rest, and then play on Friday. So as I said, it's legal if they're not in the States, so they can get away with Friday night football.
That shit is
ridiculous. High schools.
Yeah,
they found a loophole.
They don't care about nothing, man. They're just printing money, this NFL. Did you ever think that they'd be playing in sold out Santiago Bernabeu Stadium?
No.
This shit is crazy. These are
You're going to have doubleheader
games.
Monday night football games. A lot of doubleheader Monday night football games. I think you have like 5 or 6 weeks. Something like that.
Nothing gets. I mean, sometimes Premier League teams come to play in America, like a regular season game, but like nothing moves the needle like the NFL.
NFL's king, baby.
Yep. All right. More supers. NFL doubleheader Monday night.
Yeah, NFL doubleheader Monday night. There are like a bunch of them this year. Like they have a couple doubleheaders. But they've been really pushing that.
So addicted to the fucking football.
We're addicted and pathetic, baby.
We are just like we are there. They're like carbs and food with saturated fat. Like we can't get enough of the NFL. We're just like, put that shit in my veins, like inject it in me. I need to watch grown men hit each other with equipment on. And all the CT in the world won't make me stop watching it. No,
Ain't
sir.
That the truth. Yeah, buddy. Let's go Uxinator. The Bucks are playing the Rams on Thanksgiving night in LA. As I said, literally the schedule news that came out. So we're going to be playing. This is apparently where the leaks are coming out. So who knows? Who would have thought that I have a team outside the Lions to root for on Thanksgiving? I mean, you have the Cowboys too. Connor Akers, will Roethlisberger get in Hall of Fame first ballot? I think so. I think
if Eli didn't,
Ben has better stats and better accolades than Eli did. Let's be real here, man. Come on.
How many Super Bowls does Ben Roethlisberger have?
2.
2?
Yeah, 2 Super Bowls.
So same. How many 5,000-yard seasons?
He's probably got like 6.
He does have a bunch. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah,
Ben statistically is better than Eli, but I don't think he gets in first ballot.
It depends.
Does he have?
I mean,
was Ben Roethlisberger ever the best, top 3 QB in the NFL in one season?
I think like maybe 1 or 2 years. Problem is, like, you could say 2018, but they never ran the ball that year, so it was like kind of inflated.
All right, let's look at. We got to argue over Ben Roethlisberger. Bring up his Football Reference stats. Bring them up. All right. Ben Roethlisberger only has one 5,000-yard season. That happened in 2018 when they did not
that was the one where they didn't run the ball. You had one that was nearly 5,000, but he led the league in passing twice. Although he led
in 2014, he was elite. Okay, in 2014, he was elite. 4,900 passing yards, 32 tuds, 9 interceptions. And then he
Six-time Pro
also
Bowler,
completed a
Rookie
94-yard
of the
pass. He was
Year,
averaging
two-time.
300. Yeah, I mean, he's Pro Bowl 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 times.
Eli only had 4 times.
I mean, dude, he had a great win-loss record. I'll give him that. But he also played on some really good teams with really good defense. He had Troy Polamalu.
Very strong defenses.
Yeah.
I said Ben's a better quarterback.
He was injured. He was injured a lot. He only played in one.
The problem was it was once 19 hit, it was downhill. He should have retired here.
He only
Last 2 years did
completed
not.
He only completed 3 seasons in his career.
But he was kind of banged up. Remember, 2021 was 17, so he didn't.
Remember,
start one
Eli
game.
played in 221 consecutive games or some shit, or 200. Eli would have broken the record if it wasn't for fucking Ben McAdurp. He would have broken Brett Favre's record. But yeah, Ben did miss some time. Okay.
Hold on, we got a 50 bomb.
Oh,
All right, 5. Do your thing. Do your thing, sir. As your Mets do the whole gritty. That's why you watch this show, I guess. We bring out all the Jeebus and the gritties. Hold that. Michael Orm. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I keep on hearing the NBA draft is rigged. Nico Harrison saved his ass last night for another 2 years. Who knew the Luka trade ended up being the #1 draft pick? Yeah, I mean, Nico Harrison, that
was the pick they got from the Lakers?
No, I think it was their own pick, which makes it even worse.
Fucking ridiculous.
And
what
they
was their
get Cooper
ping pong
Flag.
chance? Yeah,
it was like
is Cooper Flag good?
1.5%. He's supposed to be like one of the best players out of college in a good bit.
I don't know about drafting a big, tall, white guy as #1 overall. When's the last time that happened and worked out?
Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren? I don't
mean,
know.
He's number 2, I think. But
yeah, hold on. List of first overall NBA draft pick. I love how the
you look that up.
Oh, God damn it.
Rhino 49. Speaking of which, the Mavs got the #1 overall pick in the draft, despite having only a 1% chance at it. Rigged.
1%.
Rigged. Yeah, 1 to 1.5.
Super rigged.
Ultra rigged, man. It was like it was a coin flip between the Bulls and the Mavericks, and as usual, the Bulls don't get shit.
All right, Zachary how do you say this guy's name? Zachary Risache. He was the #1 overall pick last year out of France. And then Victor Wembanyama, Paulo Banchero, Cade Cunningham. Last time a white guy, a fully just white dude went #1 overall was, oh my gosh, we're going back a while. Holy shit.
Yeah, because I mean, Chet Holmgren wasn't a #1.
Blake Griffin doesn't count.
Blake Griffin is biracial.
Nope. Andrea Bargnani, if you want to
Andrea Bargnani.
He was
#1.
Yes, he was 1-1 drafted by the Raptors in
Wasn't it that really weak year in 2001?
2006 was that draft. This was a terrible draft. Bargnani went first.
Adam Morrison. Respect Adam Morrison.
Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge went next.
He was
LA was okay. Yeah. Adam Morrison, Brandon Roy was in that draft. But look at these.
He
names.
was good
Tyus
until
Thompson,
the injuries happened.
Randy Foyd, Rudy Gay was serviceable.
Rudy Gay was solid.
Mohamed Sane, JJ Redick was in that draft.
JJ
Redick went 11th overall. Yeah. Quincy Duvey, Rajon Rondo. Okay, Rajon Rondo and Kyle Lowry were in that draft, but they were drafted late. Oh my God. Paul Millsap.
Right, he was solid for a bit.
Sorry, the last fully white #1 was Andrew Bogut from Australia. and he was drafted 1-1 in 2005 by the Milwaukee Bucks.
Bogut had a solid career though.
He wasn't bad, but like that was in 2000. That was 20 years ago. 20 straight. They have held the white man down.
Honestly, Cooper Flag should go where every white player should aspire to be, the Utah Jazz.
Yes, they should trade him immediately to the Jazz for more.
Yep,
picks.
the Utah Jazz, it is perfect for them. And speaking of which, VMan29397, tree on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being a fine wine and 1 being curdled milk. How is your Knicks video aged? Are you prepared to praise them if they clinch? The thing with the Knicks is they were bad for a long time. It took them until the last couple years to really get their shit together.
God.
So it actually aged pretty well for about 5 or 6 years. And then
remember, I was ready to auction off my fandom at one point.
Yes,
like I was just like, fuck being a Knicks fan. I was considering free agency, but I was like, nah.
You nearly auctioned off your Mets fandom and your Giants fandom.
It's been close with the Giants. I'm in an abusive relationship with them.
Yeah.
But I'll never be disloyal to. Once I sign up for a team, that's it. It's like a dog or something. You adopt a dog, you don't just give it away. You don't just give up your dog. You brought that fucker in. Unless he bites you, unless he like attacks you and rapes you in your sleep, then you have to give up the dog.
Yeah, that's different though. Christopher Bodden, hey guys, hope you're doing well. I have a video series for the Dumpster Fire. Rank sports movies top 10 for each sport/league. That is a solid one. Maybe we do that next week. Who knows? All right,
well, greatest football movie ever. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Chiefs on Christmas. Let's fucking go. I mean, that's tough.
Greatest fictional. Is it Remember the Titans? Is it Rudy? Ooh, Rudy's up there.
Rudy, Little Giants. Little
Giants is good, but it's a comedy, Like Rudy hits me in the feels every time, Rudy's just so good.
Well, Rudy is fictionalized if you actually talk to the people from Notre Dame that year.
Yeah. Basically, Daniel Rudiger was like some autistic dude who was like, I need to be on this football team. And they were like, all right, dude, we'll just let you we'll just beat up on you every day, because he was insane and he just wouldn't give up. And so they're like, fine. And then they let him play one game and he sacked the quarterback. And they were like, oh, shit.
It was like a sarcastic lifting.
Yeah. Like Joe Montana was on that team. And they were just like, it was more like of a joke or anything, like it was like, haha, way to go, Rudy. It was kind of like when there was this baseball game in North Carolina, right? And at the end, this really unathletic guy took to the bat, and then he hit a single to the third base side, and then all the dumbass YouTubers ran into right field and jumped around like they won the fucking championship.
And
it was kind of like that.
Walk off 11-run pity hit. Let's fucking go, baby.
That was so fun. I felt like I was 8. Like I haven't felt that good about something in a long. That was like pure elated joy. I couldn't imagine if I was feeling that. You must have felt fucking.
No, I was just amazing. More like I actually hit the fucking baseball. I hit the baseball. What the fuck? I'm like, how did this happen?
That alone should have been pure joy.
It wasn't even a good hit. It was like one of those half-assed hit, like, it's like just the form was terrible. It just bounces to the shortstop. Shortstop doesn't give a fuck. It's like, fuck it. As I said, I still have the ball.
I talked to SRS Mike like 2 days ago, and that's all we could talk about was that moment. That was a movie level moment, but we got to live it for real.
It's like the Make-A-Wish kid getting a random hit. Like, okay, whatever. It's all good. Let's go, Michael Earl. Good news, Kings. You're on your way to future success with a new GM your way. You're hiring Ken Holland?
Oh my God, no. Isn't he? I thought he died.
No, Ken Holland's still here.
Old.
It said they're expected to name Kings. He's 69, but he's not dead. You're thinking Ray Shiro.
No, I was thinking of Hitchcock or whatever his name was.
Hitchcock's still
alive. Hitchcock's still alive. He's just retired, right? He's just done from the Mitchells. Ken Holland. Oh boy. It's okay. The Rangers, we got Chris Drury and Mike Sullivan until the end of time.
Oh, dude. Hey,
Chris
Mike
Drury has
Sullivan,
been
it
appointed
fits.
GM for life.
Yep. Hey, James Dolan likes him, but you're purging a lot of peeps.
We are.
And Jared Froman, Tanner Hewitt is more cooked than a pile of ashes. I didn't realize Tanner Hewitt was still in the league.
That's how you say that, Hewitt? It's not Hauk?
Yeah. Wait, I think it is Hauk. You're right. Sorry. I lose my mind.
Dude, everybody mispronounces something. One time, baseball doesn't exist, pronounced Pinellas County, Florida as Pinea. And I was like,
well, I mean, that makes sense
crazy.
because you think it is Spanish. So
Yeah.
It would be Peneas.
Yeah, you have to go everywhere and experience everything to pronounce things right. Like, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Like, I wouldn't have guessed it was Pinellas. Especially Florida.
Because I've been to Pinellas. Yeah, because I've been to Pinellas County. But yeah,
I'll probably forget
you
that
have to be
in 2
well
weeks.
traveled, and you can't. Like Louisville. Like, who says Louisville?
You say you probably
Nobody.
think
Even
Louisville.
Roger Goodell. He said Louisville when Teddy Bridgewater was drafted.
I figured
He
it
got
was Louisville.
roasted.
Louis.
No, it's Louisville.
Louisville.
Apparently, I've been corrected like a million times. No, it's Louisville.
Louisville.
LUHLVUHL. Louisville.
That sounds like Yinzerish. Fuck that shit.
It's very Yinzerish. But if you don't want to get clowned, you say not Louisville. As long as you don't say the E. As long as you say it Louisville, you're fine. Or Louisville.
I'll say Louisville. How's that sound?
Louisville.
Sean Albert.
Mm-hmm.
The Celtics are on the verge of getting their panics in the corridor, even with Jayson Tatum on the court. P.S. Thanks, Rob, for lifting the bands of the legends. We go now live to a certain Pete Rose dancing his life away in Europe.
I slam my penis in the car door.
You slam your penis in the car door.
Nick Kovac, somewhere just now, Jimmy Butler airballed a 3. Didn't they have like 25% from beyond 3? Or something like that? They didn't score a point for like 5, 6, 7 minutes last night.
They're in trouble.
Oh, they're in deep shit, man. Like, you brought in Jimmy Butler as like the next Splash Brother. He hasn't done shit.
Yeah.
And Steph Curry has been ice cold all playoffs.
Yeah. And then Russell Westbrook has been. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they go as Curry goes. That's how they go.
Yeah. And Curry, he ain't going. So T-Wolves are probably going back to the conference finals. V-Man 29397. So the Pope is a White Sox fan, and Joe Jackson has finally been cleared. This is the most winning White Sox fans we'll see all year. More winning than the Rockies.
Fucking White Sox.
I'm amazed Bud Black lasted as long as he did with the Rockies. I mean, with how bad they are, good Lord, it's the Rockies are shit pile. Shit pile.
Oh, they're saying Curry's injured.
Curry's hurt? Oh, no. Yeah. Anyway, the Rockies are currently 7-34.
Oh, my
134 runs scored to 263 runs against. They are minus almost 130 runs. And it's not even a quarter of the way through the season.
They could break the White Sox record.
They could.
They could man down.
They lost by 20. They have never led in the division. Their farthest behind has been 20 games behind, 27 games under 500. Their longest winning streak is 2. 2 games. I can't even believe they did that. 2 games? I can't believe it.
Pathetic.
They've had 11 blown leads, 2 walk-off losses, 2-18 on the road.
They only blow a lead of 3, so they're just getting blown out. They haven't had the lead to blow up.
They suck.
Oh my God.
They somehow have a better win percentage in May than in April. Their best player, probably some mediocre reliever. Jake Bird, who is
hold on.
a random reliever. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. There you go. 25
Zach
innings
Agnos.
pitched. He's like, get me.
Ryan
let me see their
McMahon.
batting stats.
It's bad.
Who has
dude.
a decent average? Oh, Hunter Goodman's
Goodman.
doing all right.
Yeah, but I mean, how much is him? It's just him and Jordan Beck.
Oh my gosh, Chris
McMahon,
Bryant. What is he doing?
He's injured.
There?
He's hurt. He's hurt.
Okay, he's hurt.
Again, Moniak hasn't been good. Tovar hasn't been good. Amador and Tolia, they have not been good. Brenton Doyle's been bad with the bat. You have Jacob Stahl, Sean Bouchard. It's bad, dude. It is Tyler Freeman, also known as Scarlett, is her crush. Tyler Freeman.
Oh yeah.
Switch luck.
Oh, Scarlett.
And their pitching is their pitching
atrocious.
Is yeah.
Holy shit! Look at Brady Blaylock. His ERA is 12.94. He started 3 games in 16 innings. He's given up 27 hits, 23 runs. Holy shit! He's given up
His
6
strikeout
bombs.
to walk ratio is 1.33. That's so
his
bad.
whip is in the 2s. Holy shit! That means he's giving up 2 hits per or a hit or a walk.
15 hits per 9.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ! I
Oh,
mean, dude, it's
look at Senzala.
that poor Bradley Blaylock. Like, I mean, you go from Milwaukee where you think you have a chance. It's like, oh, it got claimed by Colorado. I'm like, fuck.
God, baseball's so hard. What's funny is that guy would embarrass everyone at any level.
Yeah, like he would probably be
leagues.
really good in AAA or AA or single A. Like he shows up in a men's league game, he's just smashing it through everyone.
No one's touching him in a men's league game.
Yeah, exactly. Like he had
he's made a big jump.
Double. Yeah, they rushed him because like there was the COVID year, and then he probably had an injury, and then that's probably what happened. He got traded to Milwaukee. They've kind of messed around with him, and he hasn't really had time to even sit in AAA. He's just been okay, go. He isn't even ready for the majors. Like, he shouldn't be up here. Like, he should be in AAA still developing.
Yeah.
He's only had 5 games pitched in AAA. He's had more games in the majors than AAA.
Is he a lefty?
He's a righty.
He's a righty. Wow. Yeah, send him down. But then again, I'm not a major league. I'm not trying to tank for top draft picks. These guys all be gone.
Though. It's even worse because Colorado's in the same situation the White Sox were in last year. They can't pick higher than 10th because of draft lottery rules. They can't even tag right.
What the fuck?
I'm not joking.
What is the rule? What is the rule?
Well, if you're a big market, if you participate in the lottery, you can't pick higher than 10.
Oh my God.
So that's why.
Wow. So they basically rig it so the small market teams get the most talent and then lose
and they're still
them
going to roll
to the
them, and
Yankees.
they'll be trading for the real teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then they sign with the Yankees or like, so they're basically they've turned the major leagues into a farm system.
Pretty much. That's why
fucked
you're getting a lock
up.
2027. I mean, the Rockies would still ruin everybody. Let's be real. But
yeah.
Let's go. Christopher Brickner. How do you think John McKay did as an NFL head coach? I think he did pretty well considering the Bucs owner held the team back with his cheapness.
Dude,
I thought he did okay. I think he just like by the end, it's just like his time had passed. I think the issue too is that he was his own GM. So it's just like you had the roster personnel autonomy. I think because like John McKay was begging Culver House to sign Doug Williams to whatever he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what kind of wrecked them for over a decade.
How do you feel about your team's execution?
I'm in favor of it. Legendary quote.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, how do I feel about my execution in baseball? I'm in favor of it.
That is so funny.
I'm more than in favor of it.
And he just came up with that on the spot. Like he was just like...
Dude, with how bad the 76 and 77 Bucks were, I mean, I don't blame them. They had no talent.
So funny. Yeah, that's one that made it great. We didn't tackle well, but we made up for it by not blocking.
He's just like, you got to find humor somewhere, man.
Yeah, he must have been depressed. Just losing like that. Imagine if you play Madden, but like you lose for real all the time, and you're just like, man, I'm really bad at this fucking game.
Yeah, and I'm the execution of my Xbox. I'm in favor of it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't throw well, but I made it up for it by not running.
Mm-hmm.
And Bone Crusher 0806 recently found my old Sega Genesis, and it still works. Damn, there you go. Only game with it is Contra Hardcore, but I was wondering what games should I get for it, sports related or not. I mean, you got to go with the basics, man. Sonic. I mean, the problem is, like most retro gaming, it's going to cost a lot now because it's very rare to find.
Yeah, actually,
most people use it as
what?
collectibles. They find it as collectibles. They don't actually do it as systems now. It's weird.
No, you'd be surprised. You can go to what's that? Second and Charles. They have a huge. They're like a thrift store chain. They have a huge old system game library. Like you'd be surprised at how many games you can find. You can get
I
NHL.
Don't have a Second Charles near me. I think they have the Exchange. That's us around here, but they get a little pricey.
Yeah. We have some
NHL
thrift stores that
94 is the best way to
specialize.
do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. NHL 94. Gosh, what game on Sega Genesis would I say?
Madden. Road Rash is always a good one.
Oh yeah, Road Rash is great.
Trying to think what else.
Contra. The Sega.
Well, I mean, they already
Genesis
have. They already have the
one.
hardcore. They already have that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
he
Gunstar
does
Heroes.
have it.
It's always a good one.
Space Invader, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, they have the
It's
Blood
good on
Mortal
Genesis.
Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
The arcade ports actually translate pretty well to the Genesis.
Sonic was fun though. Sonic was one of the
yeah.
most fun games.
Oh yeah,
That was classic. Mhm.
beautiful, man. And John Milt.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey,
You
what's
just
up,
sent some
John?
Thai bot. 69 Thai bot, motherfucker. You got
Good
that
morning,
shit
Tree
for
at
me?
5 from Thailand. Morning, brother.
Good morning. It's exactly 12 hours. It's 8:42 in Thailand.
There you
They're
go.
they're the antipode to us. They
Nice.
on the back side.
Yeah, I
No,
think
they're
like I got
completely-
mainland China is too. So
Sawadee
and Christopher Brickner,
Cop.
3 Maple Leafs are choking in the playoffs again, dude. They're tied at 2. It's fine.
Almost.
No need
He
to
tried to
worry
fool me. MKI Sports tried to fool me. He said Sawadee. No, you say cop
yet.
if you're male. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Connor Akers, fact or fiction? Halliburton leads the Pacers to a title. There's a lot of basketball left to be played. I mean, I think someone from the West might end up winning it, but who knows? Dude, the NBA is fearing it becomes Indianapolis, Minnesota, because it's like, oh God, small markets.
yeah.
ESPN would flip shit. It's like, I have to go to fucking Minneapolis and Indianapolis, eat shit.
They'd be
Like,
wrong.
no.
They'd be mad as shit. Mhm.
Yeah,
They're going to
Stephen A.
rig it.
would-
They want, just like last year's World Series, they want LA versus New York. They wanted that shit so bad. That was a
But
that was a marketing.
Problem is, Lakers choked,
Yeah.
and the Boston's probably going to be out. I would say.
Yeah, we got the
your
Knicks.
closest
The Knicks
one
are
would
alive.
probably be the Knicks.
They want Knicks versus who else?
Well,
is
I
in
think it'll
there?
probably be Knicks versus Thunder.
What's the largest
Nuggets,
market? Yeah.
Denver.
Yeah, probably Knicks versus Denver would be the biggest market.
Yeah.
But there's nothing but small markets on the West outside of Golden State.
State would be like, well, the Golden State is San
I
Francisco.
don't think they're going to
Oakland,
advance.
so.
I don't think they're
Yeah.
going to advance. Not without Curry
Mhm.
and Himmy Butler. Mm-hmm.
It's a shame because Ant is a fucking amazing player. Jared
Yep.
Warren for 509. If you had $3.6 billion stored away, the Portland Trailblazers are for sale. My guess is the new owner's Phil Knight. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget his name. Paul Allen's wife is finally cashing out. I think
Yeah.
Seahawks could be doing it too, but who knows? But it's just a matter
Yeah,
of time.
good old Phil Knight. Mm-hmm.
Night. Chris Gamer for 5 Canadian. Jackson lighting up that dart. Smoke that shit, baby. Smoke that shit. Lighten up that dart, baby.
Weed every day.
I was totally
You've
stalling
never
to find that
smoked
clip.
weed.
I have. It's the problem is I get
It makes you
nauseous of the
tired?
smell for many years. I had a bad.
Really?
This was like over 10
I can
years
see
ago.
that. Mm-hmm.
Jared Oberfeld, the Leafs may have never lost a series after going up 2-0, But if they do not have Stolarz return for Game 5, I think they're in trouble. Sad thing is, if they had Stolarz in Game 4, I think they still lose just because Florida clamped down so much. That's the thing.
They clamped.
Yeah, like it was just like kind of suffocating by the end. And once Bennett scored that second goal, it's like they just couldn't get anything going.
Mm-hmm.
I said, still plenty of time, so no need to panic just yet. James Tilling us for 10. So between the Vikings, Maple Leafs, Bruins, and Chargers, who would outchoke the other? Between Lamar and Dak Prescott, who would you take? And can we get a Bears legacy of failure video? Oh, between those 4 teams, Chargers. Chargers are super chokers all the way. They find ways to choke in unbelievable ways. And Lamar, you pick Lamar every time. And the Bears, it's too early. It's only been 40 years. Got to go at least 50. And Turd Ferguson, Ben would have gone undefeated with Eli. Oh, that whatever words, man.
Do you think Ben would have made Amani Toomer and Hakeem Nicks into household names? Ben Roethlisberger.
I mean,
Eli dragged a collection of corpses and made them super. He made
actually the reality is your defense dragged those corpses. It wasn't Eli. It was your defense.
I'm just saying, Victor Cruz might not have made any other NFL roster. He was a star on the Giants because of Eli Manning. Ruben Randall, fucking A. That guy was terrible.
Mario Manningham, legend, man. 3 for 5. So commies are facing Dolphins in Madrid. At least they will make that game bearable to watch. Also, New York Jets half century of failure when? Still got to do the research on that, my man, but hoping to get that out soon. We'll see. Vanessa Webster. What do y'all think of Bud Black getting fired from the horrible Rockies? I kind of mentioned this earlier. I'm shocked he lasted as long as he did there.
It's not his fault, though. That roster is terrible.
I mean, Dave Roberts said it too. Like, they could have had Casey Stengel manage that team, and they wouldn't have done anything. As I said, I'm just surprised he lasted as long as he did. I thought they would have fired him a year or two earlier just to like get a fresh perspective in there.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't forget how to manage. He's just giving fucking shit.
Because the Rockies are pig shit. And the sad thing is they're not even being cheap. They just spend really, really poorly. Like, look at these
Chris
salary
Bryant
cap right now. Chris Bryant for $27 million. Tovar just got extended. McMahon for 12. Freeland for 16. Senzatella for 12. Marquez for 10. Like, that alone
they're trying to be
is $70-80 million.
Yeah, they're trying to be competitive. But they don't have an unlimited budget like the Mets. The Mets can just fuck up and just be like, we fucked up. Just go out and sign somebody else. You know,
the main thing with someone like the Colorado Rockies, like, they're gonna get people to come in because it's the best bar in Denver. They don't give a shit about the performance.
Yeah,
as long as people come into the ballpark, they don't care.
Take me out to the ball game.
Just get me fucking drunk. Connor Akers, hey, 5, I saw your longest winning streaks video, and you forgot to mention the longest high school football winning streak. De La Salle High's 151 game streak.
Yeah, sorry about that. 151 high school games. That's like 15 seasons straight.
Indianapolis is just taking the lead, by the way.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy.
Better watch
out.
And
Cleveland was up by 15. Connor Akers, better hockey announcer, Gary Thorne or Doc Emmerich? Ooh, that is a tough call.
Gary Thorne was brilliant. He was so good. Doc had it, he had
Doc had his great moments
Emmerich.
Too. With a drive and save. Waffle board, scar!
He was good, man. He was really good. I'm gonna give the nod to Gary Thorne, but Doc Emmerich is also a legend. That's like after teaching. That's like picking who your favorite kid is. Like, they were both amazing. I don't even know who
versus LeBron. It's more like
who would
like
you
Magic
call
versus Jordan.
Who's currently the best now?
Ooh, that's a tough call. I mean, Weishusen isn't too bad. I'm trying to think who else.
Yeah. Who's the best now?
The former Hurricanes and Kraken announcer, John Forsland. He's not bad.
Okay.
But there's nobody like an Emmerich or a Thorne.
No.
Kenny Albert is good because he's versatile. Like, I wouldn't call him iconic per se, but he's not bad.
Yeah, they're saying why. Yeah, they're saying Forsland. It's tough.
Forsland
Hockey announcing is tough. It's
yeah. I mean, you have some bad
going.
ones though. Butchergross and Levy don't really work well as announcers.
Yeah, no,
they're better as on-air hosts.
Mm-hmm.
McDonough, I'm not crazy about. I think he does better in college football or baseball.
All right,
this doesn't fit. Instinctive 30. Want to know how bad the Rockies season is going? They're projected to go 36 and 126 with worse pitching than last year's White Sox.
They'll have like a 3-game winning streak in there, and everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Probably at home. And bragging rights sports, more iconic homer, Myron Cope or Merrill Reese. No, you're missing the big one here. Hawk Harrelson. He was the iconic homer. And he was the lead play-by-play guy.
Hold on. Nick Kovac just sent me a video.
Ooh. Tell you what, while you're loading that up, I'll get you another one here. Dirt Wall for 5. I wish Chase Field wasn't filled with away teams fans week in and week out. But D-backs did split the series with LA, though, so that's a win. I think the thing is just Arizona's full of transplants. It's a quick drive or flight from California. That's why it's so easy for them. Probably cheaper to do that from LA than actually go to LA. Probably faster, too, with all the traffic they have. Let's go with Marco for 5. As a Ducks fan, I'm still pissed at the Coach Q signing. Someone bury me 6 feet under. I want to die. Revive me when the Ducks finish last again. Here's the thing about Coach Q. Ducks did due diligence. They interviewed Kyle Beach about it. They apparently say he's okay with it. And not just that, Coach Q says he's remorseful and is open to change. So I believe personally with someone like Coach Q, he deserves the chance to fuck up.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't like Babcock, so be it.
Tell me if you can hear
Stan Bowman's back, so hold on.
All right.
Let's do it.
Do they deserve the hate?
I do.
Honestly, no. They're way too overhated, which is ironic because they're actually really good. Yes, deserves the hate.
Overhated, dude. I'm not hated enough.
Yeah, we're not hated enough. We should be hated
enough,
into like not getting out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, I should be hated into getting a real job, and even then I should be fired nonstop. Jared Froman for 10. Javy Baez has turned into Javi Houdini. He's lulled in everyone into false sense of security, and then he strikes. He's in center field and playing the position well. He's actually hitting well, too, which is crazy to think. A big hit against the Angels the other day. And Mays the Great. 5, imagine if SM existed in the 80s. Boys footage like LT and 86 Mets would have been legendary. Plus, imagine what athletes would tweet. You're talking about social media. Oh, dude, LT, Dion, they would have gone like nonstop. Irvin, too.
Oh, yeah. I thought he meant
imagine Dennis Rodman on social media, dude.
Oh, my God.
Dennis Rodman would have just been esoteric as shit.
The thing is, I don't think Rodman would have tweeted anything, or he would have, whatever he would have tweeted would have been weird as fuck, and he probably
that's the thing. It would have been like the esoteric shit, kind of like Jaden Smith.
Pictures of him in women's clothing, just doing weird shit with hot chicks. That's what Dennis.
I don't know if
Rodman
Donovan Mitchell's injured or being ejected. He's going out of the sidelines now. And Cleveland's now down by 5.
Oh, LT would have talked shit on social media like all day.
LT would have found a bunch of OnlyFans models and sent them to their opponents like hotel rooms.
Yes.
It would have been easier for him. Tire him out. Tony Williams for 20. The NBA continues to prove how much of a shit show it is. A team that was just in the finals last year, someone gets the number 1 pick because they traded their best player. Meanwhile, a franchise like Charlotte stays in the dumps. Dude, Utah and the Wizards got raw dogged. They got hosed.
Yeah. The Wizards, they did all that losing for nothing. But it might work out. I think there's someone behind Cooper Flagg that might be better.
Who knows?
I just don't have much faith in Cooper Flagg.
There's a flag on the play. Brian Cheechak, Tree. When can we get a legacy of failure for the Buccos? I've always wanted to do one on their 20 consecutive years of losing. It's just a little too early for legacy of failure just yet. Needs about 5 more years. And Indy steals, fast break, slam dunk by Bryant. Now they're up by 7. Indy's on a 17-2 run in their last 5 minutes. Jesus fuck. Cleveland is so bad. Let your fucking nuts hang, buddy. Instinctive 30. Who let the Mavs win the lottery? Yeah, sure. The NBA lottery isn't rigged. Keep telling itself, Adam Silver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here is pretty much Tyrese Halliburton. All over Cleveland. Let
He
your
was the
nuts
Sacramento
hang.
King. Yeah, the Kings
And,
had him.
they
him
traded him for
like
Sabonis.
nothing.
Halliburton wanted to stay with the Kings.
Oh, shit.
That's the problem. You got a
We
Fitty?
just got a hundo bomb.
Ooh, I don't see the hundo. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. We need the Jeebus. 5. There you go. One of those really, really gritties. Gritties.
That's the Jefferson right there.
Yeah, buddy. I'm trying to find like the nut taunt, but I can't really find it. Like, yeah, I can feel like pieces of it, but like I said, it's just rolling with the nuts. But
Viewer newest hooking it up with the hundo bundo. Let's go.
God save the people right now. Viewer newest. People are hating Adam Silver, but Manfred deserves more. Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson should already be in the Hall of Fame. Pure cowardice by MLB. Once again, it's not. It's just that the Writers Association is going to be pretty gatekeepy about this sort of stuff. So my belief there is just it's going to take time. And like Shoeless Joe will definitely get in the Hall in 27. Pete Rose, it depends how the writers feel because they could gatekeep again.
Yeah.
But we all knew that Rose was never getting in the Hall of Fame while he was alive. It was happening when he was dead.
Yep.
But there's one thing I do want to talk about as well. You remember Vincent Flambe? He did send me a care package. Did you get it as well?
Oh, I did. I wanted to. Thank you for reminding me. I wanted to.
Yeah, buddy. So
it
I'll go over mine while you open yours real quick.
Okay.
So I managed to get a few things. Sent a nice little package. He actually bought an Idaho Steelheads locker type or like a top from Justin Ertl, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
So it's autographed. Has that there. I mean, I got to figure out where to put this thing. Like, it seems
Me
pretty
too.
nice. And a couple old Steelers cards. So a couple old guys from the 80s and 90s. John Reenstra, former starting offensive lineman. I can't really show that right
sweet.
there. Tom Everett, former safety from the 80s as well. Like a lot of old 80s Steelers from the dark ages. Frank Pollard, former leading rusher for the Steelers for a couple years.
Nice.
Post Franco Harris. And David Little, who was the inside linebacker.
Dude, it's so
So a
dope.
couple of those
Give
guys.
you a haul, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Definitely so. I'm going to
All
put
right.
these in my card collection. Bob, what'd you get, sir?
I just dropped one of my cards. Oh no.
Oh, boo.
All right, I got a nameplate too.
Is it from the Steelheads? I'm guessing it is because he did send a pretty cool letter as well.
Yeah, and he wrote a letter which was very heartfelt and awesome.
Love hearing from
Cleveland
Vinny.
has had no field goals in the last 7 minutes. They finally score 3. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Cleveland.
You know, the thing is, like when we're YouTubing, we forget like who we do it for, and it's
I mean,
for
shit's
y'all.
sober.
And we love y'all, and we really.
I mean, you're crazy for sending us shit, but I love you for it.
Yeah.
So you got a guy named
All
Tom
right.
Caron.
Yes, I got Thomas Caron. It's autographed too.
So Justin Ertl, like he was a 3rd round pick of the Dallas Stars. So he was bouncing around between Texas and Idaho.
So this would have been his nameplate above his locker. Like
Yes, it would have. So your guy was Caron, you said?
Thomas Caron.
Tom Caron
C-A-R-O-N, yeah.
from Quebec. So he was an undrafted player. He's bounced around AHL, ECHL. Looks like he moved on.
Played for
to,
the Norfolk
Sweden.
Admirals.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he also seems like he moved on to the Swedish Liga from Hammarby.
Okay.
So he probably moved
Show
there.
you the cards that I got. Hold on.
See those real quick, man.
I got Keith Hamilton.
Ooh. Keith
From-
Hamilton, former Giant.
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, former defensive end for the Giants. I got the Baltimore Orioles team card.
That looks like, that's a modern one. Anthony Santander, it looks like, is on there.
You can get a team card. And then I got this Harry Spillman.
Harry
A
Spillman.
random Astros player.
Hey.
So whenever someone's like a thread of random Major League
Yeah, I
Baseball
remember
players,
some
remember
guys.
Harry Spillman.
So
Mhm.
Harry Spillman, and I'm going to look this up real quick. He
And then-
had 810 at bats, born July 18th, 1954. Bounced around, so you got this area of the Houston Astros. Looks like he bounced around the minor leagues for a little bit. Didn't really hit that well in the majors, but he did have 18 homers, 192 hits.
He was on the 86 Astros.
He was
He
on
got
the
traded
85
to
Astros.
Detroit.
Looks like he got traded to
Yeah,
Detroit.
he got
San
traded
Fran.
to Detroit halfway through. His best year, it looks like he had one year where he hit 5 home runs and batted 273.
Yep, with the Giants
was
and
85.
Tigers.
Yep.
Hit 287 with the Giants. It's not
86.
bad. 800 OPS. Yeah, it's not bad. And then he didn't really replicate that in 87. But still,
No.
I mean, he's able to bounce around. Not bad.
He was in the bigs. Yeah, he made the
Made the
bigs.
show. Made the
Had a
show
cup of
for 12
coffee.
years.
Yep. And then the last one I have is Pepper Johnson. My bad. This
Pepper
one's not
Johnson,
dope.
man. That is a classic
Yeah.
name, man. Former New York
Yeah.
Jet Pepper Johnson. man.
Giants Ring of Honor.
Very
Pepper
nice.
Johnson. Okay, where are we on the supers?
I
We're
think
already
we're about
over
finished
time.
up. Yeah,
We
we're
are finished?
up, man.
All right, let's
we
do some
finished up, man.
Puckdoku to finish up and
Why
Immaculate
not?
Grid to finish up the
Fuck
show.
it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Ooh, Toronto, Winnipeg.
Sorry,
Oops.
my bad.
What are we doing here, man?
What are
Come
we doing
on.
here?
Come
Nope.
on.
No, this layout.
There we go.
Stop. All right, this is good.
That works. Jeez.
No, we should do Puckdoku last. Do Immaculate
Okay.
Grid.
All right.
Because
Jeez.
Puckdoku is just your.
Jeez.
Ooh, I want to see what your internet history says.
All right. Whatever.
You
Ooh,
must use a
Kansas
different
City and the
browser.
A's.
Wait. Oh, a Royal and an A's.
Hmm.
Alex Gordon. Oh,
Gordon never played.
no.
You're thinking Billy Butler. Billy Butler.
Billy Butler's a great one. I'm sure Billy Hamilton was a Royal and a A.
He was a Royal.
Oh.
I'm not sure about an A.
I'm sure Billy Hamilton played for everybody.
Yeah.
KC.
Let's do Billy Butler.
Oh, Billy Butler's one. Yeah.
Yeah.
13%. Man, I had others
Oh.
for KC. All right, a national or expo and an A.
Ooh. Matt Stairs.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, give me
Because
Matt
he played
Stairs.
briefly with the Expos. Let's see
did.
if we can think of someone else there. Because usually, I mean, feel like the early 2000s Expos would probably be a gem for this sort of thing. I'm just trying to figure out who it would be.
Yeah, Cologne is one. Yeah.
Bartolo. Bartolo for this one, too.
Yeah. What's the bottom one? I can't see.
Cleveland and the A's.
Hold on. Okay, Cleveland and the A's.
The Indians and the A's.
A Nat and an A.
Did
Nat
Cargo
and A.
play for the A's? Because he played for Cleveland.
What's up,
'Cause
Case?
I don't know if he had
How's
made it to the
going?
majors by the time they traded Holiday.
Cleveland and an A.
But, you know, Washington A, let's do Stairs.
Okay, Matt
Here all
Stairs.
night.
Grady Sizemore was never an A.
No, it never was.
Ooh, was Kenny? No, Kenny Lofton only played for the A's and
Cole Irvin play for the Nats? I don't think he did. Wait, I'm thinking
No.
Cleveland. What am I doing?
We're saying yes to Cargo.
Oh,
for the,
Rajai Davis.
Rajay Davis. Nice. All right, a KC All Star.
Bob Hamlin. I don't think he made the All-Star team. Did Mark
He was
Teahan ever
Rookie of
make
the
an
Year.
All-Star team?
Mark Tahan.
Did he make a All-Star? I don't know.
I don't think so. Zach Greinke. Alex
Jose
Gordon
Ma-
was an All Star.
Wait,
No.
I thought Mesa made it with the Royals.
No.
Crap.
Jose Rosado. Didn't he die? Oh, they're
Maybe.
saying Mike Sweeney. That's a good one. A
Sweeney.
Washington All-Star. Was Drew Storen ever an All-Star?
I think he might have been, but you can go with an old Montreal All-Star, Steve Rogers.
Oh, that's a good one.
And then
Look
Cleveland
at that
All-Star.
picture. Oh my gosh.
That is such a
Indians
handful of
All-Star.
All-Stars.
Omar Vizquel.
Vizquel, Lou Boudreau.
Corey Kluber. Lou Boudreau. Chad Cordero.
Chad
So Corey
Cordero.
Kluber would be sub 3 ERA or Jarrett Wright.
Clase. Karinchak.
Ooh. Go with Jarrett Wright. Trevor Bauer. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, we're doing with bullpen arms too, so think about that.
Oh, that's fair. So a Washington.
Did Dennis
Drew Storen
Martinez get a sub 3?
Probably, yeah. So he was lights out that year that he was Cy Young.
Let's do Dennis Martinez. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dennis Martinez.
What was his name? El Presidente.
Yeah, El Presidente, El Perfecto.
Yes. And a KC was sub 3 would be Mark. Who was that? Mark Davis.
Wade Davis.
Wait, no. There's another guy named Davis, but yeah, Wade Davis would work. But
Yeah.
okay.
We'll figure out what they're doing here. So they were 149. See which Davis you're talking about here.
There was Mark Davis. He won the Cy Young one year. It was bullshit. What is going on? Did you lose internet?
It's timing out. And that baseball reference is not working for me.
Oh, BB
All right, let's
reference?
do
All
some.
right, go football.
Tell you what,
Football.
let's do some football. Yeah, let's do a few super chats. Nick Kovac, you boys got to come with me to the Calder Cup Finals if Hershey makes it again. Could for three-peat. It's kind of in the middle for all of us.
Okay, I'll consider.
I'll consider it too, man. And Beast of Metal. Oh, shit. I got way into those soundtrack choices for my workout and totally forgot it was Tuesday. It's more disappointing than the Mapletrons when they venture from the north to view a sunrise. Boom.
Boom.
Denver, Chicago, bunch of easy ones here. Jake Cutler, Kyle Orton.
Oh, yeah. Kyle Orton's
Danny
a good one.
Trevathan.
Oh, God. That's a good one. Do that one.
Yeah.
My
My always good one here is Richard Dent.
Yep. Tecmo Bowl legend.
Yep.
A Bear and a Colt. Who's that quarterback?
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh. That's it. That's who I was going to
Probably a
say.
super big one, 27. Yep.
Yeah, 27%.
Yep. Colts and Bills.
A Colt and a Bill. Was I don't know. A Niner and a Bill would be
Josh Norman. No, not Josh Norman.
uh,
Norman was a Bill. He wasn't a Niner.
Von Miller is a Bronco and
Yeah,
a Bill. for
Vaughn.
sure.
That's too easy though. Everyone's
Yeah.
gonna get that one.
Matt Barkley pulling out names.
Matt Barkley for the Niners.
No, was that? I think that is that Colts and Bills. I don't know.
Maybe.
No.
Did,
Niners and
did
Bills.
Frank Reich ever play for the Colts?
Ooh,
I don't think
Emmanuel
he coached for the
Sanders.
Colts. Yeah, that's a
Good
good one for
Niners
Broncos.
and Bills. Yeah.
You are right.
Colts and Bills. Colts and Bills. They're saying Naeem Hines. Ooh, Gary Zimmerman is in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Naeem Hines. It's not a bad one. Yeah, let's do Vaughn.
Yeah, just do Von Miller. Let's get out of here.
San Francisco
All right.
Hall of Fame. Ooh, Roger Craig. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame. Y.A. Tittle.
No.
Was he a Niner? Was he a Niner?
I mean, what's his
think
name?
he was a
Who's
Giant.
James Taylor's not in. I mean, Jerry is Randy Cross in the Hall of Fame as a tight end?
I don't think so. I don't think Clark's in the Hall of Fame. Ooh, Bryant Young. Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Gosh, he played for a long time.
I feel like he's got a chance. I'm not sure though.
They're saying YA was in. But he was a Giant. He played for the Niners? No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I thought so. I thought so. And the Colts.
And the Colts, some guy named Johnny Unitas or
Johnny Unitas,
Peyton Manning, Dwight Freeney,
Marvin Harrison.
Yeah. Reggie Wayne in the Hall too?
I don't think yet. Andre
Let's go
Johnson.
with Dwight Freeney. Andre Johnson. Yeah.
Yep. Because he played briefly for the Colts.
Okay.
All right, let's do some Puckdoku and call it a day.
Yep.
Okay. Fuck it. Jets and Leafs. Ooh. Tim Stapleton. Jets and St. Louis Blues. Wow. Oh, you can find some names here. Paul Stastny. Ooh. Man. Fortuzo?
No, don't risk it. Don't risk it trying to get fancy.
Todd Reardon. There you go. I was actually looking him up past. Winnipeg 50-minute penalty season. Garnet Exelby. Columbus 50-minute penalty season, 50-plus penalty minute season.
Scott Hartnell.
Olivier, super easy one. Hartnell, you're correct there. I'm thinking of some enforcers here. Marcos Nudevada.
No. Oh, no, really? You're wrong. You got
plus.
cute.
Damn it.
You got cute.
Peluso.
There you go.
Ottawa, St. Louis.
That one's tough.
Blair Atchingham.
Oh my God.
Ottawa, Toronto. Laurie Boschman. The only reason why I know that because Boschman got pissed at for being a born-again Christian. Columbus Blue Jackets, Toronto.
Ooh.
Nick Foligno.
Didn't one of the
80%.
Van Riemsdykes?
Yep, JVR. You're correct.
Yeah, JVR.
JVR plays there this year. Columbus Blue Jackets and St. Louis Blues. Alex Texier.
Oh my God. Keep going. Yeah, give me one.
Tell you what, let's do 50 minutes. Jamie Pusher. There you go.
Nice. All right. 31.
Yeah, there aren't many for Columbus. It was interesting. I mean, it was kind of weak with the Columbus. It's tough to find names like that. Winnipeg's a tough one, too.
Give me the more players. Is there a way to show us?
Yep. Max Domi, Foligno, Clarkson, JVR, McElhenney, Aston Reese, Anton Strawman, and then like a bunch of random just
Daryl Voice, Kevin Dahl. I don't even
Dahl,
Tim Erickson,
Lindstrom, Scott Harrington,
Brian
guys I remember back in the thing.
Ian Cole.
Yep, Ian Cole played for the Blue Jackets for a minute. Daryl Sador, Ty Conklin, Nikitin. And then there's just not much.
Yeah.
And then Jets kind of a little more because there's more to go off of. They kind of traded pieces, but still more or less it done there. And then St. Louis, there's just nothing.
All right.
Let's go. One more. And Errol Flambe just clocked out listening on the ride home. By the way, thank you very much for the stuff, by the way. We shouted that out a few minutes ago.
Yeah, we did, man. You got to rewind to like 20 minutes, dude.
Yeah, absolutely,
I got don't look, though. Yeah, you're in the car. Just listen.
Absolutely, man.
Do not look down. I actually had a friend get into a car wreck he was watching a video and he looked down to look at the video and he crashed his car.
Cavs have put this back to a 1-point game.
Uh-oh. This is going to be some drama. All right, I'm going to go finish watching this.
Tell you what, man, but we'll finish the end of the
stream
right now, guys.
All right.
Well, the Pirates suck ass. You're going to lose anyways. Yeah. Or, I mean, you're going to win anyway. So, I mean, it's what they do.